It really is that quick. Now, here's another dish you can have a go at home. It comes from a chef who made his debut on Saturday Kitchen this year, Bains. Have a look at this.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, long time. I've been trying to get you on. You're finally here. So,
What are we cooking?
What are we cooking?
Okay, this dish today is a brilliant brunch dish. So the idea behind it is it's at this time of day. It's something that you can do, really simple. People at home can do it. It's like a boomerang dish. Keeps coming back to me over the years. You know what I mean? So what I've got here is got the scallops going to open. So if you get the chorizo for us, James, just dice that into medium-sized chunks.
A bit of toast as well.
Yes, please. A nice Yorkshire doorstep, please, because I think this should be quite a hearty dish.
Now, fans of the Great British Menu will have seen you on that. Yeah,
it's been quite a phenomenal few years because obviously with something like the Great British Menu, it celebrates regional cuisine, something we're all very passionate about. So what we did is ultimately celebrate the region and get some really good flavours and food. Because this slow-poached egg of yours has become like a... It's become a cult.
Well, a trademark dish, isn't it, really? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So it's great. The dish has been on probably 3-4 years now, and we're getting people still ringing up and actually asking for that dish on email. So, is it on? Yeah. So these scallops are very important. They're dived scallops. The idea behind them is that they're hand-dived. Yeah. So these ones, I've always liked to chill them first. What they do is sets the protein, and I've done some already. So I'm going to just quickly whip these off and get them washed and then put these in the fridge.
Do you use any of the coral or anything?
We do use the coral, and I'll tell you what you can do with it. It's coral salt or coral powder, or you can fold it into risottos. Raw, and then just fold it in as like you do a Monte of butter. It's really nice, gives it a beautiful...
I know you can cook it and blend it together with a bit of butter.
The only reason we don't cook it together, and it's just a personal thing, is that they are two different proteins and they cook differently. So one's going to be rubbery, one's going to be under, or one's going to be cooked, one's going to be raw. So it's really...
Now, this is the thing about your food. Although you're not really practicing it today, you're into sort of, dare I say, the Heston sort of that...
I've never heard of him. Yeah.
But that way of looking at sort of food...
No, I think what it is it's a craft, and that's chefs. And we'll agree with craftsmen. We need to know our product. And I think that's how I look at it. So if that means I know the protein of a certain piece of fish and what temperature to cook it, it's going to put me in better stead. And ultimately, the guests that come to the restaurant pay good money. It means you're doing your job. So what we're going to do here, I've got another pan here, dry one, and this is going to be just for the spices. So what I've got here, coriander, bark of cinnamon. The idea is to dry fry it, again, just to release the flavours, and that's going to be for the coriander salt. And that's the seasoning for the scallop.
OK. Now you want the chorizo, and now this is cooking chorizo, isn't it? Really,
it is. So it's quite moist.
Yeah.
And the beauty is, it will release a lot of oil, and you can see it's very juicy. So you can see there, juice is going to come out. You can smell the paprika straight away.
So this is the picanti, though.
I think it would be.
Yeah. But this isn't funny.
You're getting all technical, aren't you?
No, this is, but I think picanti, it's the spice, paprika in there. It's added more spice to it as well.
So what you do here is you just basically sweat that down. And the idea is let the oil, not too hot, release the oil.
Right, OK.
From the actual...
But this is local to you. This is not...
This is a guy in Nottingham called Johnny. He's our butcher. And what he will do, he will actually make this with Nottinghamshire pork. Right. So if you just get the other scallops out for me, please, James.
OK.
Sat, could you use black pudding or sausage?
You can use like sausages, black pudding, exactly the same process. The beauty of this dish is that the eggs are going to sit on top in a minute and they soak all the sausage meat up. So it's actually a kind of full English almost.
So all you're doing is just dry frying it?
Dry frying it, so you can smell that straight away. It's like you can smell cinnamon and the coriander. It's really good for anything like that. So if you want to spice that for us, James...
Just blend that.
If you just want to blend that,
And what salt do you use in there?
This is...
Salt, any salt in there?
Yeah, we use one called Halon Mon, and it's the Anglesey salt. So we use Malden as well. The beauty of the salt is it's quite coarse, and then what we do, we add a bit of salt to that now, and just pulse it. So you get a real coarse flavoured salt, and the beauty is you can keep it in the fridge, lasts a year. There's a little tip there for you. So I'm just going to cool that down.
I'm burning the toast at the same time.
Nothing's changed there then, really, has it?
Yeah, here we go. Now, your restaurant, you've been in Nottingham for quite a long time now, originally from Derby.
Yeah, I've been in Nottingham around 18 years. My wife's from Nottingham. And I think the rumour's true, you know, all the best women are from Notts. Had to get that in there.
Got you out of that one.
Ooh, thanks for that, James. I'll give you a £5. So here, look, so all you do, the eggs, you drop them in, and what's happening, the white will find its own surface area and pick all the sausage up. So again, we'll just turn that down a little bit. And just let that cook.
That's the flavour for it, yeah?
Yeah. It's like almost like Christmas, isn't it?
Amazing. Do you want to smell that? Pass it around.
Pass it round.
We need it back.
You use that salt for anything?
I use it for game, shellfish. I use it for absolutely everything. Because as soon as it hits the heat, the flavour releases.
Comes up, Beautiful,
So what we're going to do now is just going to cook the scallops. Again, when you cook scallops, for me, it's very important we use the best quality, and we do. So what we're going to do is just cook them almost medium rare.
Right, so these are the hand-dyed ones.
Hand-dyed, and all I do is cut them in half, widthways.
OK. Right.
OK, this is a little tip.
Yep.
Instead of using excess salt in a lot of things, you can also season things with other products, i.e. this is Marmite. We're going to use Marmite butter.
Right.
So you probably about 20% Marmite to 80% butter. And what happens, you get this really flavoured, intense butter that's very high in umami.
I don't like that.
But you don't... Oh, well, I don't like it.
Right. Well, you put it in there for them.
But guess what? You won't know. But what it does, instead of salt, it seasons it and gives the scallops depth. And you can also brush this on pieces like roast chicken, grouse.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Now, you mentioned that sort of other sense, that umami sense. That's what it gives you, this?
Yeah, it's got very high in glutamate. So it's got very high umami. And what's nice about that, it means you reduce your seasoning elsewhere.
Right. Because lots of foods have got that, so if you use the correct ones,
Tomatoes,
you can reduce it down.
Parmesan, you know it, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, that's just slowly cooking. You can see all the fats. But what's nice is that the actual white has gone nice and orange.
So that's
the scallops are going on.
Right, scallops straight in.
So just the cut side down, and again, just nice. You want a good crispiness on it. The other side we just barely warm through.
Now, so tell us about your restaurant then, because I mean, people who haven't been there, you had the restaurant, you got offered the lease.
Yes.
Got the lease.
Yeah.
And then you end up buying the hotel.
Well, we took the hotel on as well. And the beauty of that is I've been there 11 years nearly now.
Right.
And what's great is the restaurant itself's got a very good reputation, but also it's something that we strive to give the customers something different.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of tasting menus.
Yeah.
That's all we do. We don't do a la carte. And that means you're coming for the whole experience rather than just a 3-course and see you later.
You have rooms there as well?
We have got rooms, 8 rooms as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we've actually got a couple of spare tonight. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, we're full tonight.
OK. So your scallops, they don't take very long to cook.
No, so I'm going to just take them out. So again, you can take off the heat at this point, or you're going to turn them over, but that's what you have to do, that crust.
Yeah. Now, though you say, I mean, 90% of your menu is British, Nottingham is quite an intense area for
Some
great
of the produce out there is phenomenal.
Well, you have the famous goose fair, of course.
Yes. Well, there's no goose there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. I've been there, and there was not a goose in sight.
There's one really big one on the actual roundabout.
Other than some bloke dressed up as a goose. Yeah.
I need a lorry. But OK, just quickly take these off. You've got your toast there. I would have actually gone a bit thicker there, James. You've obviously lost your Yorkshire roots there, you know what I mean?
I had that covered, Sat.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's more like it. Look at the start of it. OK.
Are you sure you want it that thick?
You can take one off, make a sandwich.
There you go.
So look, all you do, no salt, brush. What happens is it bastes the scallop, and all it goes in every little crack, nook. See, it's glossy. Lemon. Done.
There's your...
Thank you very much. And again,
is this on the menu?
No, this is probably something I do for brunch.
Yeah.
For the family meal.
Yeah.
So he comes on Saturday Kitchen for the very first time and gives us something that he gives the staff. It's nice, that. Yeah, thanks.
Well, obviously, I treat him well.
I tell you what, and scallops. I bet you don't say the
James
scallops,
thanks for that. I just turned everything off. Thanks.
That's all right.
Another minute. Thank you.
OK.
Cheers. Have we got enough time?
Yeah, no, we're fine, yeah. Now, this salt.
Yeah.
Other things that we go with? That people
I've done it with cardamom.
Right.
The same. Cardamom salt.
But, I mean, different dishes that it would go with?
Anything, it's universal.
Okay.
We use it on everything. But, again, the flavour you get is a beautiful hit of spice. Right. And it just lifts the dish.
OK. Right, we're ready? So
yeah. So, again, we're just going to scoop that out.
Wow.
And what's nice is you can get all the extra bits on top, so you don't miss anything. Do you like that?
That's proper grub, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. And then this is what's nice is that will soak into the bread. You know, this is a brunch dish. You won't probably have to eat again.
None of that fancy grouse stuff.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, I love grouse.
We've got egg on toast over here.
It looks like breakfast.
So again, if you look at this, it's just so simple. Finish it with the coriander cress, one of my favourite herbs. To carry on with the coriander theme, just sprinkle that on. So you get the idea is every mouthful gets a bit of the floral cress as well. And just give it a quick wipe.
There you go. Well, it was nearly 4 years, but worth the wait. So remind us what that is again?
So here we have a classic brunch dish of chorizo eggs with some roast scallops and Marmite.
Come on over. Let's have a dive into this one. Have a seat over there. It looks, I have to say, fabulous. There you go.
Rustic,
Amazing.
hearty.
Yeah, it looks
Well, it is rustic, but so simple. Yeah. That's the great thing about it.
The idea is flavour. It's packed full of flavour.
And hen's eggs you've used to this one.
Organic.
Duck egg would be nice as well, wouldn't it?
Duck eggs are brilliant, yeah.
If you want to never eat again for the whole day.
Or goose, fair egg.
Yeah.
But I think the thing about it is that chorizo that you're on about, that's soft stuff as well.
Because look at the oil, it's seeping out, but that's what you want to mop up at the end.
Yeah.
So it's a real
Dive into that.
real
Tell us what you
dish.
think.
Super.
Good?
Wow, thank you very much.
And I don't have a hangover, and it's really
One
good.
happy person over there. While the rest of us dive in, as usual, we need to wine to go with this.